Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, it happened. Oh, it definitely happened. All right, man. So let's go ahead and let's get into a few things here. Obviously, we'll go ahead and get into the pipe bomb of CM Punk. I'll tell you guys this, man, and I've been saying this for a while now. This is the most interested I have been in CM Punk's career ever. This run that he's been on is the most interested I've ever been in CM Punk, honestly. Before this, to me, he was just like super duper mediocre. I just never got it. Now, I'm not like a huge fan of CM Punk, but I can say I am at least a little interested in what he's doing. But more than just a little interested. I be fair, more than just a little interested. And not just this lead up, but this whole run. But we'll get to that. You know, this whole thing with Gunther was supposed to face, or it was rumored that Gunther was going to face Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio wasn't cleared. At least that's what we thought. Well, guess what? Come to find out, Rey Mysterio actually is cleared to compete, and he will be at WrestleMania, but he's not going to face Gunther. Now, I'm actually happy that he's not going to face Gunther. Now, there was a setup. There was a setup with Dragon Lee, right, facing Gunther. It's like, oh, this is going to be a big setup here. This is how they're going to lead into WrestleMania to have Rey Mysterio get in there and mix it up with Gunther. And then everybody was slapping their head like, holy smokes, this is going to be another retirement match. Gunther is going to retire another legend in Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. So that is why I'm happy this match is not happening. Because I don't want Gunther retiring Rey Mysterio. I didn't want Gunther retiring. To me, I don't care that he retired Bill Goldberg. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That really didn't matter to me much. Retiring AJ Styles, retiring John Cena, like that, yeah, that did bother me. Unless John Cena won, I would have been Okay, fine. It still wouldn't have made that much sense to me. If you want to have John Cena go out on a win, now I'm not going to go out through all of that again. But my point is, I'm glad that Gunther's not facing Rey Mysterio, so he's not going to end up retiring him at WrestleMania. At least not at WrestleMania. Who knows? Because Paul Hunter Hurst Helmsley Levesque is huge on Gunther. I'm sure he'll have him retire Rey Mysterio at some other PLD. It's just not going to be at Mania. But nonetheless, Rey Mysterio is cleared to compete. And guess where he's competing at? Oh, yes. Oh, guess where he's competing at? Well, he's competing at WrestleMania, but he is involved in the ladder match. Yes, the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, the workhorse title. Now, this match already had five, yes, five people in it. And there's the problem that I have. Leave it at five. We don't need six. We don't need seven. We don't need eight. Five is good enough. But all right, you throw Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio just came off of injury. You're going to put him in a ladder match, and not just a one on one ladder match. I mean, things are going to get crazy in there. Why would you put him in there? Now, he's going to be in there with Rusev, um, Penta, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and heck, what's his name? Javon Evans, I think his name is. It's going to be an exciting match. I'm just not sure why you would put him in a ladder match unless Mysterio, unless they're saying, you know what, look, we know that a lot can go wrong. So Ray, here's what we're going to do. Because we got a lot of guys in there that are going to do a lot of crazy stuff, you're not going to do anything crazy. You're just going to kind of lay back in the cut. We're going to have Evans. We're going to have Penta. We're going to have Dragon Lee. We're going to have those guys do all the high flying crazy stuff. I mean, JD McDonough does some high flying stuff, right? Rusev is there just as the powerhouse. So maybe it's just a way to throw him in there, but they're saying, hey, you know, Ray, just kind of take it easy. Everybody else would do all the action. Every now and then you just bust a little 619 on someone. Okay, I could kind of see that. But I'm just thinking, like, this guy just got off. I mean, this guy is up there in age and he just came off of injury. Gosh, you're throwing him in there in a pretty dangerous match. But the spotlight doesn't necessarily have to be on him. So let's see which way that goes. Because I am interested in this match because look, for those who don't know, I'll remind you again. The Intercontinental Championship is the most prestige title of them all. To me. To me. Maybe it's not to anybody else, but to me, it is. I love that title. That is the most prestigious match of, I'm sorry, the most prestigious title of them all. I don't like what they've done to it. I don't like how it looks. But, oh well. Oba Fleming and Brock Lesnar go at it again. Again. Now, things could have gone bad, man. Things could have gone bad. There was a table, there were some chairs in the ring, and things could have gone bad. Now, I thought somebody was going to throw, you know, smash the other person through the table. But that didn't really happen. Instead, Obafemi just kind of rushed Brock Lesnar, was jumping all over Brock Lesnar, and they just kind of both fell onto the table, breaking the table. And again, security comes out, and it's the whole breakup, jump, attack. I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you. I'm really happy that Brock Lesnar is playing ball. I have never, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think I've ever seen Brock Lesnar put somebody as over as he's putting Obafemi. I'm not saying losing to somebody. I mean, heck, I was a little surprised when he lost to Eddie Guerrero. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this whole lead up. It's been making Obafemi look good. I mean, even to the point where Obafemi put his foot on Brock Lesnar's chest. Brock Lesnar telling him, "Put your foot on my chest. Put your foot on my chest." I'm thinking like, "Wow, dog! Like Brock has really found something special in Obafemi because he's really pushing this guy." So this is one of the most intriguing matches there is going into WrestleMania. And I am interested to see how this match ends. Now, I'm thinking Brock Lesnar is going to win. I am thinking he's going to win. Um, just the whole, just the way this lead up is going. Oba Femi's getting the better of Brock Lesnar. Now, unless something changes in the go home show of Raw next week, where Brock Lesnar really takes it to Oba Femi, then I would say like, okay, maybe not. By the way, there's a little bit of back and forth. There's a little bit of connection going on with Gunther and Paul Heyman. So people are speculating, like, oh, you know what? That's going to be a little bit of a connection leading up to SummerSlam to have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. But as it stands right now, hey man, I'm loving this Brock Lesnar Oba Femi. I am. I am, man. And I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. I'd be surprised if that match goes past 7 minutes. I think that match is under 7 minutes long. So can you have it as the main event? No. As a matter of fact, they already set the schedule. They set the schedule, and I don't want to get into it here, but night one looks pretty darn weak. It does. It looks pretty weak. I'll get into that on another one. I don't want to get into it here. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch is falling flat. Gosh, it's falling flat. Man, I couldn't care any less about this matchup that they're building. They're not doing anything really to build it. I really don't care about this match. I don't know who does. This is like people were waiting for AJ Lee to return, right? Okay, she's back. She's been back. And like that honeymoon stage just died because I don't hear anybody excited for AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. And by the way, Becky Lynch, who I've never been that big of a fan of, I I don't mind Becky Lynch. She's okay, but she's always just been okay to me. So many other people love her, like she's the greatest thing. Damn, Maybe because they've already gotten in the ring before, it just takes away all the mystique of this match. Because I don't hear anybody excited for this match. So I'm just like, yeah, yeah, I couldn't care any less. Moving on to the women's championship match between La Primera Stephanie Raquel and Liv Morgan. Boy, it got scary there for a minute. Man, it got scary there for a minute. Stephanie Raquel attacks Liv Morgan from behind, right? Pushing her forward while Liv Morgan is talking face to face with Roxanne Perez. They collide heads. They clash heads. Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan collide heads. Man, you could have heard that. Man, you heard that thump. You heard the cracking of their skulls. And everybody was like, oh, wow. The rumors were out there like, hey, is she going to be okay? Because she actually showed her injury on her head. Say, hey, is she going to be cleared? Well, good to find out that yes, she is cleared to compete at WrestleMania. So we'll be all good. All is good when it comes to that. If anyone was even really concerned, I'm just saying the rumor was out there. The rumor was out there that, hey, maybe she might not be cleared to perform, but she is. All right, let's go ahead and get to CM Punk. By the way, real quick, no mention of John Cena. I mean, he is scheduled to host WrestleMania this year. I didn't really hear anybody bring up John Cena. They're gonna have to. I wonder if John Cena maybe makes an appearance on Raw next week or on SmackDown, just to kind of get the juices flowing, or maybe they just wait till WrestleMania. Now that I think about it, yeah, they probably just should wait till WrestleMania for him to come out. you know, I wonder if maybe he has a face-to-face moment with Gunther at WrestleMania. We'll see. We shall see. A couple of other things I want to get into, but no, let's get to the CM Punk thing. I want to get into things like my girl, my girl, Tiffany Stratton. What is she doing at Mania? Nothing. She's not even scheduled to be at Mania. Damn. Maybe they should change that. Io Sky, not scheduled to be at WrestleMania. Now, people were thinking that Io Sky was going to have a one on one with Asuka, which they should be building that match up. But apparently, Nikki Bella is injured, and we got that fatal four way tag team women's match for the titles. And if Nikki can't go, they're going to replace the Bellas with Asuka and Kairi Sane, which is why they're not going ahead and push the Io Sky versus Asuka match. So I get that to a certain degree, but if you just have three tag teams, that's good enough. I'm fine with that. I'd love to see the Io versus Asuka. All right, CM Punk and the Pipe Bomb. Oh man, CM Punk does it again. Oh, I tell you, CM Punk loves himself. CM Punk loves himself, man. He gets the mic, he goes out there, and he starts running his mouth, and he takes shots. Now, you know, he's he's going to be having a match with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, right? So he's taking shots at Roman. And thank goodness. Now, some people are going to disagree with this, but I'm glad that Roman Reigns wasn't there. Or I shouldn't say not there, but I, I'm glad they did not have another face to face. I'm glad they did not get into it once again, because the more these two guys keep getting into it week after week after week after week, the more dull is going to become. And it was just like every week now. Every week is the same thing. One week one guy gets over, then following week the other guy gets over, and so on and so forth. And it's like, okay, how much more smack can they talk about one another? They got pretty personal. Like, I just kind of want, look, I said it. I didn't want these guys to touch each other at all, but that went out the window. All right, the more you have these guys beating up on each other, the more it's going to take away. Now, you can do it and it can still work, but they've done enough already. We don't need to keep on seeing Roman and CM Punk just beating the crap out of each other, putting each other through a table. One week, one guy does it. The following week, the other guy does it. They get so personal, face to face with the mic. It's going to start taking away from the match that they're going to have at WrestleMania. So I had no problem with Roman Reigns not being there and just having CM Punk be there. And CM Punk with the mic, lighting up the mic, doing what he does, calling out Roman Reigns again for being part timer. But this time, he throws in the Rock. And I like the pointing to the forearm and then slapping the forearm. You know, the Rock, the final boss, likes to do that every time he comes out. Like, oh man, the chills. See that slapping the forearm. CM Punk goes on and starts attacking the ticket prices to WrestleMania. I mean, if you thought Pat McAfee was breaking down the fourth wall a little bit, man, CM Punk did even more. He bulldozed it down while attacking Pat McAfee as well, letting Pat McAfee know you have a receipt coming. How is it that some guy with a who kicked a football for a living can come and talk about my industry? That was good, man. That was good. And let it be known, you got a receipt coming your way. That was good. I liked it. I liked when he talked about The Rock. I'll tell you guys this, man. I used to be a big fan of The Rock. When The Rock was doing his thing, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, when he was really a full timer in the business, man, I was a big fan of his. I was more of a fan of The Rock than I was a Stone Cold. But what he did to the storyline with John Cena and Cody Rhodes, the way he just completely walked away from that storyline, you know what, man? Let this guy have it. Let him have it. Good. Attack him. CM Punk brought up the ticket prices while he attacks Pat McAfee. I mean, apparently some superstars in the background are a little bit pissed on Pat McAfee saying that because it makes them look bad. But all that being said, people have been complaining about the ticket prices. And yeah, they're pretty damn expensive. Now, I went to WrestleMania last year. I went to SmackDown. I went to the Hall of Fame. I went to night one. I went to night two. I just didn't go to Monday Night Raw. But yeah, they're pretty up there. CM Punk becoming a man of the people, talking about lower the damn ticket prices. It was good. It was good. He cut a good promo. It was a pipe bomb. He attacked so many people. And when he brought up Pat McAfee, it seemed like it really did bug him. It seemed like it really did bother him. See, well, Pat McAfee is over there doing his thing on SmackDown. Had nothing to do with CM Punk. I'm sorry, but CM Punk made it his business. Why? Because he's in the business. Now, I like Pat McAfee. I do. I've said that before. I like Pat. I don't know what this is gonna lead to down the road. Um, maybe, maybe we see some match. Pat McAfee has had matches, and he's not a bad wrestler, actually. I'm not sure if CM Punk wants to do that, but the pipe bomb by CM Punk, those are always pretty good. And this one was pretty good as well. And apparently, I haven't checked myself. I have not checked myself, but apparently, tickets have gotten they have dropped prices for WrestleMania. I don't know that to be true. I've just heard that. I'm not going to WrestleMania this year. I went last year, both night one and two. I'm not going this year, but apparently, from what I understand, they have dropped ticket prices. Now, I do want to ask this: what if you already purchased tickets while they were expensive? Do they throw a little cash back your way, or are you just a sucker that purchased the tickets a little too early and you're getting the tickets that are overpriced? Because now, if you purchase tickets now, from what I understand, tickets prices have dropped. Okay, well, what about everybody else that already purchased the tickets? But I'm glad we didn't see CM Punk and Roman Reigns in the ring again, going at it again. Let it breathe a little bit. Now, next Monday, should they meet face to face? Yes. I don't think they should put hands on each other, though. I think the time for putting hands on each other is done. Save it till WrestleMania. Meet face to face one last time. Don't lay a single finger on each other and just walk away. Save it for Mania. We got one more Raw, one more. And the one that I'm really more interested over all the matches there really is Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. I'm really interested in that. Like I said, I do want to get to the lineup, to the WrestleMania lineup, because I don't think it makes sense. Night one looks very, very weak, but I'll get to that on another one. I don't like how they scheduled the matches. What matches they have on night one, what matches they have on night two. That I think they're, gosh darn it, man, they're really putting night two as the real WrestleMania, when night one is just gonna be like, yeah, yeah, like WrestleMania Junior. It's like, no, man, you gotta even this stuff out. You gotta even it out. But I'll get to that on another one. But nonetheless, CM Punk, another pipe bomb. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad he attacked The Rock. I'm glad he attacked The Rock, man. Good stuff by CM Punk.